morning sunshine, rocking the good time with all our friends. Easy and carefree, out in the summer breeze, loving a simple things for hours on end. Right about sundown, we lay on the ground, count on the stars as they come out one at a time. Ain't this a sweet life?
Hey everybody, I'm X Factor winner Tate Stevens, and welcome to the Sweet Life Podcast, where we talk about everything from music, sports, food, entertainment, and, well, just living the sweet life. Hey everybody, it's me, Tate Stevens, and as always, AJ Kronk. Yeah, I think mine had a little bit better of a tone. You're drinking Monster, I'm drinking beer. Beer's good.
I like beer.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so nice cold beer this evening. We got kind of a different show. It's kind of everybody has them. We all have them. I have them. You have them. Everybody has them. And some are worse than others. Some you're like, nah, it's okay. Some are like, that really pisses me off every time. We're talking about pet peeves. And I have a few kind of in every aspect of life, right? And
at least one every 20 minutes. Something happens.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, stick around for that. It's going to be cool. All right. So it's not really list time. I know we both have some, and we're going to talk about them and maybe get into a few that, and some people think of pet peeves as, oh, it just makes you mad. But some people think of pet peeves like I do. It's almost like sometimes you can't help it when you see something.
Yeah.
And it's not really a pet peeve. It's just like, oh my God, you gotta quit. Whatever.
And when you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
it just bugs you.
Yeah, and it just eats at you and wears at you and wears at you and wears at you. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're talking about that today. And I have some musical pet peeves too. I have some things.
Oh, I didn't even write down musical pet peeves.
Oh yeah, you'll think about them. I promise you.
I did. I guarantee
I promise you. So, but anyway, so here we go. You want to start? You go first. You go. Give me your first one. Like, you want to go top, like the worst to the best, or the best to the worst?
I don't really have them ranked. I started.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah. Anyway, I just started just making this list of like just things that's like, man, this really irritates me. One thing is when people smack when they talk, like their lips.
Smack when they talk.
Yeah. In the sense of, to me, well, no. Well, hang on. It's whenever people are, I don't even really know how to say it. Whenever they're trying to like make a point, and you can just tell they're so full of crap. And it's like so prime example, like, let me make up a story. So the other day I went to Walmart and this guy came up to me and then he told, that little thing.
Yeah, yes.
And then he tried to get my number and I told him, it's just like, you are so full of crap. Just get out of here.
Oh yeah, I see that a little bit. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. My thing is, have you ever seen, and it's funny because it's not the same, but it's kind of the same. You ever been talking to someone and they try to like finish your sentence?
Yeah.
Or they, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, you're talking and they're, and you'll say, and the house was brown. And and they do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I'm like, what? Stop. Just let me finish what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of those little things that, and here's another one that kind of goes in right along with that. Have you ever had somebody not finish your sentence, but repeat what you're like, either what they said?
What you said? Yeah.
That and even mouth it. Like what they said to you. So they
I've never
how you doing? Like they say it again. They repeat it again. Weird. It's weird.
I've seen people do that before.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not really one of my pet peeves, but I've seen people do that.
It just kind of freaks me out. It's not. I don't know if it's a pet peeve, but it just kind of freaks me out.
I think it's a nervous tick.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Another one of my pet peeves is whenever you're thumbing through social media and you see somebody makes a post and they're talking directly to someone that they're not friends with. Like they make a post saying, Hey, buddy at Walmart, thanks for cutting me off. And I'm just like, that dude's not seeing you. So who are you talking to?
Yeah, why are you posting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I like it whenever people say this, and it's something very specific.
Yeah, like it happened to them, or
Right.
or they experienced it, but no one else did, and no one has any idea what the hell they're talking about.
Right.
I get that. Yeah. That's not. That's just, to me, it's just sad.
Yeah.
It's really just sad. If you have to go on social media. Here's the thing, and I'm not going to get on a rant first. I'm going to get on a rant for just a second, but then we'll get. Here's the thing. Social media is so fake. Mm-hmm. It's so fake anyway.
Oh yeah.
Because we know people who are on social media.
Yep.
And they post these little pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be something great. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh my God, look what I did, or look that my life is so good and so great and all this. And then you're like, dude, you just got kicked out of your house, or you just divorced your wife.
Maybe that's why he's saying
but you know what, great. No, but it's like showing pictures of him and his wife, or what, you know what I mean? Like, it's just fake. It's phony. So when you go and it's sad, because people are like, some people are like, I went to the store today, guys. Yeah. Guess what? Milk is on sale. Yeah. Dude, stop. Just no one cares.
Yeah.
No one cares. All your people that you're friends with on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, they don't care.
Yeah.
Stop, messing up and adding a bunch of crap to their storylines and the things that they got to scroll through just to get to what they want to see.
Yeah.
With that stuff. I don't know. That's
people that post pictures of their food on social media.
Now, if it's
my sister does that all. Every time we sit down for a meal, she immediately gets out her phone, takes a picture of it, and it's like, it's not going to be your last meal.
Yeah. And I don't know. Yeah,
I think she listens to the show, so I'm sure I'm going to get a text after.
Tara, dang it!
Taking pictures of your food.
Stop taking pictures of your food. It's weird. But now, if you're at a really fancy high-end restaurant or something, and you got some cool looking stuff, you take a picture and go, "Hey, man, check this out. This is a place you got to go."
Yeah,
something like that's different. But yeah, if you're just sitting there and mac and cheese and hot dogs and
mac and cheese and hot dogs. Don't get. I would
delicious.
Eat it. Yeah,
it's delicious.
I would eat that.
But you know what I'm saying. I get that. Here's a pet peeve of mine.
Pet peeve,
This is Here's one that and it's food related.
Okay.
When people smack eating. When they don't close their mouth, they chew with their mouth open, and they're smacking and
oh, God.
Oh, dude, it freaks me out to a point where I get violent almost. Like I want to grab them, and you
want to go outside?
No, I mean it's like that's terrible. No one wants to hear you. My wife, I will say, my wife. She'll hear this and go, well, you do that with your gum. You smack your gum all the time. That's different. That's gum. But food?
Seeing chewed up food.
And it's just like, blah, and they're just going and they're breathing. And it's just terrible. And I don't know. Maybe if you have a problem with your nose and you can't breathe through your nose while you're chewing or whatever, maybe take a breath and then chew a little bit and then... I guess, but don't just sit there and just go to town, lips smacking, and it's like, it's disgusting for one.
Yeah.
But it drives me crazy. I mean, it drives me nuts when I see it.
This is going to be our most negative episode.
Yeah, ever. We're negative today.
I thought of another one just right when you started telling that, and I've already forgotten it. Man, it was a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
And I'm sure whoever listens, they're like, oh yeah, smacking people who smack their food, that's terrible. It freaks me out.
Yeah.
I'm like, you learned that when you were a little kid. Don't chew with your mouth open.
Yeah.
Mouth closed, drives me crazy.
Yeah. Here's another one. You're sitting at a work meeting and people are talking over the presenter. Annoys the crap out of me. First of all, I hate getting up and speaking in public.
Right.
Like making a speech type of a thing.
Right.
And so my heart kind of goes out because whoever's sitting up there talking, they probably don't really want to be doing it in the first place, and having to hold their concentration, remembering things that they're going to say while they can obviously hear these people with the side conversation. It's not quiet.
Right.
It's just good, stuff like that just really grinds my gears.
Grinds my.
It grinds my gears.
Yeah, I'm there. I understand that.
Yeah.
Especially if you need to hear something. If you're trying to learn something, or you're expecting to hear something, for whatever you're in that meeting for, and people are over there just jawing and not paying attention, and then you can't really focus on what they're saying. That's I see that as a peeve. That's that's a good one. That's a good one. There's another one that I feel that, and I'm sure I do it. I know I do it to my wife. When people are trying to tell me something, and I don't really want to listen to them. Mm-hmm. And when, you're like, hey, this is going on, and you're like, yeah, I know. How do you know? I haven't told you yet. You don't know. Stop saying you know. You know what I mean?
I know.
It freaks me out. And I'm like, I haven't even finished what I'm telling you. So you don't know. And I do it to my wife. I know I do it to my wife because I don't want to listen to her most of the time. But, she'll be talking. We have to get you got to take the trash. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I got it. Yeah, I know. And then she'll look at me like, then why haven't you done it? Oh, I mean,
I said I know. I didn't say I cared.
Yeah. That kind of gets me too. Golly.
Oh, man. This is therapeutic.
It is. Kind of talking out our issues, aren't we?
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Oh, man. I got like 20 more to go. No, just kidding. Let's see. Okay. This is a good one. You're playing a show, singing, whether it be full band by yourself, whatever. You're sitting there singing, la-di-da-di-da, strumming the guitar. Somebody just walks up and starts talking, tells you about the request, and you're in the middle of singing. You're singing, and you're looking at them like,
I'm busy. Right?
Yeah, you like clearly singing lyrics, and they're just like trying to talk to you. It's like, in a second, in a second,
and then they look at you like you're an ass.
Yeah,
they're like, pay attention to me. Yeah.
So next time that happens, I'm just gonna be like, stop the song. Oh, hang on.
Hold on. He's got a question.
Somebody had something more important to say. What's going on there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am.
Yeah, it's all on you. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. We're all listening.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes along with when you're in a meeting and people are talking over you.
Yeah.
It kind of does the same thing.
Yeah.
People come up and they just start trying to talk to you, or you're like, dude, stop. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to pay attention to you until I'm done doing what I'm doing.
Yep. Absolutely.
That bothers me too. Okay. Probably my biggest pet peeve is, and I know there's a million things that you can justify with different things, but if you say you're going to be somewhere at 8:00, let's say 8:05, don't come up. Don't come at 8:05. Be there at 7:59. Be on time. It truly freaks me out. I mean, I'm like, because if I'm 10 minutes early, I feel like I'm kind of late.
Yeah.
Now, if there's an issue, if you have a car trouble, or if you have, my kid was running crazy, whatever, I had to go to the doctor, whatever, and you ran long, I understand that, but at least have that common courtesy to call.
Yeah.
And say, hey, I'm running late.
Yep.
Be there in 2 minutes or 5 or 10, whatever. But it's like, oh my God. And there's somebody in my family who, not to be named Hayden, it's horrendous. It's horrendous. I tell Hayden that we leave 30 minutes earlier than we need to leave, because I know he'll be at least 10 to 15 minutes late. 85% of the time. Sometimes he's not. 85% of the time he's late. If I'm like, hey, we got to be out of here by 6:30. At 6:30, I'm like,
Yeah.
6:35. I'm like, hey man, where you at? I'm in the neighborhood, you know. And then he'll come.
I'm in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and then he'll come flying in, you know. I'm like, dude, we needed to leave. We needed to be on the road by this time.
Yeah.
It just, you know, like I said, if there's an issue or a problem, that's fine. But if you're just late all the damn time, just be better. Right?
Be better, son.
Just be better.
Just be better.
Just be better.
All right, let's see here. What else we got on the docket? Let's see here. People that can't park. I thought about starting like an Instagram page of just like
Just driving
just
and
call it I don't know how to park. And then just post pictures of every time I see somebody that's parked all crooked and cattywampus in their parking spot, just like
or
take a
halfway
little-
in the other parking lot,
Yeah.
or a parking spot. Like if there's two open,
Yep.
and they pull halfway into the other one.
Yep.
Like you didn't see the white line.
Nope.
You can't judge how far your car is.
And then just post that thing to the.
that's a good one.
Yeah, I thought
That's a
about
good
doing
one.
it. I thought about doing it, but I just.
You know, a pet
Never
peeve of
have.
mine, and this, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Shopping carts not being put in the shopping return thing and just being left out in the parking lot.
Ugh.
So they get to hit other people's cars,
Yeah.
or somebody else has to do, put it up for you because you're too damn lazy to put it up yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I call people out. I literally call people out when I see it. When people are walking in, I'm like, hey, you just too lazy to walk the 10 feet that way to put it in the cart thing? No, let me get it. And I really call them out. My Ashley's like, God, would you please stop? Would you please stop? I'm like, no, I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I've had one guy.
I can imagine
One guy
being horrified.
Oh yeah, no, she's like, oh my god. One guy, we were at I don't know, Price Chopper or something, and he parked in front of me, and he literally leaves and there's cars. He gets his groceries out of his cart,
Yeah.
turns it and like pushes it sideways, and then like holds his hands up like, okay, it's not rolling. He jumps in his car real fast. I honk my horn because I don't know that he realized I was sitting in my truck. I bam, 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 like that, and I pointed at it, and I'm like, take it over there, man. He was like, so I opened the door of my truck, and I rolled down the window, and I'm like, dude, why are you being that lazy, dude? It's 10 feet that way.
Yeah.
It's on the other side of that car. It's literally, you put and walk around that car. Don't be lazy.
Yeah.
And he was like, mind your business. So then I'm like, all right, Fatty McGee. So I did. I started absolutely unloading on the dude. And it's mean. I shouldn't have. But I
Yeah.
don't care. I'm like, no, you're going to be that lazy. You need to be called out for your laziness.
Mm-hmm.
Now those people that, it's either going to roll back and hit somebody's car, or, you know what I mean? Somebody else is going to have to come out and get it. Just put it up. It's not that big a deal. Put the damn thing up. Anyway, that
It's maddening.
drives me crazy.
Yeah. It's not that far of a trip over to the cart. Even if there's no cart bin around, just like push it up to the store.
Yeah, take it right to the back in the front door and then turn around and walk back out. Something. Don't just leave it out in the parking lot for it to hit someone else's car.
Yeah.
God, drives me crazy. I've been in the parking lot and something's, a cart's been leaning against my car. So anyway, that's fine.
Yep. And people wonder why I want to get a bed liner paint job on my Bronco.
Makes sense.
Dude, you know how mad I would be if I took that thing and got like a, $1,000 paint job or something, and then you take it to
Earl
Walmart.
Shavs.
Take it to Walmart once
and just get dinged up, scratched up, just from a cart, and you see it just like the cart's still at the front tire, and it's just like skid marks down the side. Yeah, I'd freak out.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh, speaking of Walmart. Okay, you're walking through Walmart,
Yeah.
and you're not necessarily in a hurry,
Right.
but you're not just, him-hawing around.
You're not lollygagging.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Not lollygagging around. You're, briskly walking through the store, and somebody pulls out their cart right in front of you. Slow walker.
Oh, yeah.
No self-awareness of anybody around them. Just walks right out in front of you and just kind of looking around like, oh, what else do I need? And you're just like, oh, nope. And then you have to go like around the thing. And to me, that is just so irritating. It's just the lack of awareness. It's so disrespectful.
So to me, I'm right there, but I'm just going to put everybody that's, really unaware, unself-aware, I guess, right? They do it while they're driving. They don't pay attention, and they'll turn, and you're like, whoa, fella.
Yeah.
Or they start to go, and you're like, you might not want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a bad day for both of us, that kind of thing. Or like you said, walking in just any kind of store, any kind of, whether it's a grocery store or, department store, and they're just like, and they turn a corner and they bump into you with their cart and they're like, oh, and then they just keep, or they're looking at stuff and they're just focused and they have no idea what's going on around them. And then they turn around and start to walk off and they run into people or they, it's like, oh yeah, that's bad. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's, very irritating. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I just said that one. This is, okay. It's not like super bad, but every time I see it, it's eye rolling. So when people make the little heart symbol with their hands, oh, God. No. It's like we're not 13-year-old girls.
We're not Taylor Swift, guys.
So let's just not do that.
Yeah, no, Ashley did.
I saw the dude had to have been older than me. I saw him do it the other day. I can't even remember. Where was I? I was out in public somewhere and I saw this guy do it.
You're at Walmart.
It was probably at Walmart. He probably slowed down in front of me and went,
oh, I love it. Speaking of making the heart symbol, Ashley did that to Garth when we went to see Garth in concert. And he did it. He pointed right at her and he did it back. And she thought she was the coolest person in the world. I'm like, he didn't see you. But he did. I mean, we were only 4 rows back. So
did he do that or did he go?
Did he go, oh, yeah.
Oh, that little piece of video may not make it to YouTube.
It's all right. So I have there's one that and it's for the married people. And I guess not for, I guess it's for everybody, but mainly married people, I think. And that'll be one of my last ones that I talk about. But one thing that kind of is a pet peeve of mine is when obviously being on time, you got to be on time. But if you're going to do something, if you're like, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yep.
Now, if you can't get it done for a reason, then say, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to do that because of whatever.
Yeah.
And then, oh, okay, thanks for letting me know, and I can move on. But if you're like, oh, Tuesday, I can get that Tuesday. Things happen. I get it. Excuse me. Things happen. And life gets in the way sometimes of a favor or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you can't do it, don't agree to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something you really can't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just be like you're being nice to somebody. Don't just be nice and you really can't do it.
Yeah.
Just say, man, oh, I can't.
Yeah.
I'd love to, but I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that gets me. That gets me when people are like, oh yeah, I got you. I can do that. And you're like, okay. Especially if there's a time frame.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need this done by Wednesday and it's, Saturday. And you're like, hey, can you get it done by Wednesday? Oh yeah, I got you, man. Let me check my schedule. Yep, I'm good. I can get it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then here comes Wednesday and you're like, hey, man, you're going to be able to, oh, dude, forgot all about it, man. I'm not going to be able to do it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if I had a can of gas and a match.
Yeah, let me know when you're in town, man. You can stay over at the house and blah, blah, blah. And you give him a call. Oh, well, got such and such.
Yeah, I'm sick. I got the flu.
I think I'm going to have diarrhea that day. Probably, let's see, I got two more, but they kind of go into the same thing. It's just that fake type person that just where they'll
The super nice one.
yes
The ultra overly nice person to everybody, and it's it's bullshit.
until you leave the room and
And then you realize because everything they say is bad
yeah
towards I'm a huge fake person hater. And
I was like, wow.
wow, you're admitting
I'm a
that, huh?
huge fake person.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. I'm 100% can't stand it, and I can see through it immediately.
Oh yeah.
And and people are like, oh, they're so nice. I'm like, are you dumb?
Yeah.
Did you not understand what just happened there?
Yeah.
Because that's all BS, man.
That's why I can't watch televangelists.
I kind of like some of them.
Well, just for the entertainment factor, but no, it's like some of them you can just tell by the way they talk. You're just like, this dude's not straight up, man.
No,
this guy.
Most of them are creepy. Creepy.
Kenneth Copeland,
That dude's Satan.
dude. I can't.
He's
even,
the devil. If
I
there's
can't
a
even
devil,
watch
that's
that
him.
guy.
I mean, you see how psycho his eyes are and stuff. And
Yeah.
he's real creepy and real like he's a demon.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Did you see him whenever he got interviewed by that reporter that was asking him about his plane?
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, Tyler Perry called and said that was just, and I had to buy it because it was such a great deal.
Yeah.
It was $200 million.
Yeah.
Great deal.
Such a great guy.
Such a great guy. Oh, dude, come on, man.
Yeah. Then he
a-
like sticks his old hairy finger right in her face and starts like,
Yeah, getting after her a little bit.
Yeah.
They're like, you don't need. And I'm like, whoa, dude, you're a demon. You're not real. You're a terrible person.
he's like a bad guy in a movie. That's what he looks like.
Oh, absolutely. He'd be a great villain.
Be a good Scooby Doo villain.
I would have got away with it if it wasn't for
Weren't
you
for them kids.
meddling kids. Yeah. So
Oh,
I have a
peeves.
music. I have a music pet
Oh,
peeve.
okay.
Here we go in a
Yeah.
couple of those.
Let's hear this.
A couple of those. I have impeccable timing when I'm not singing. You know, if I'm just playing along, it's impeccable, like a metronome. But when I start singing, I believe it's a race. And I'm going to win.
And you're in it to win it.
And I'm going to win. You know what I mean? And so my problem is drummers who
play in perfect time.
no, who don't. And because then I feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can feel the push and pull.
And
yeah.
and when I'm singing, I'm already pushing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm hardly ever lagging. I'm usually on top and ahead.
Yeah.
So, and I know that.
Yep.
But it's just how I am. So, if somebody's way the other way, or they take off running and then they go,
Yeah.
I'm bothered by that
Yeah.
enough to where some people don't even bother. Some people are just like, oh, well, we sped up a little bit, or oh, we're slowing it down a little bit, whatever, and they just kind of adjust.
Yeah.
I can't really, and I'm like, oh, and it freaks me out, right? So then it screws me up, my whole thing.
Yeah.
That's half of the peeve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is when you're playing a song or listen, I forget more words and how songs go
Yeah.
I do more of that than most, right? Which it is what it is.
Yeah.
But when musicians as a whole, when the band starts and I realize it's in the wrong key,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody's but they follow whoever.
Yeah.
And let's say the song's in D and we don't start in D.
Yeah.
And everybody went with that, you know, because it was a guitar kick or a fiddle kick or whatever. And I start to sing, you know, because it'll sound okay. It'll sound somewhat normal until I start to sing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh my. And they're just like, yeah. And you have to push through it for, oh my God.
Yeah.
I just, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Yep.
You know?
Or the time, like playing in the band. Like if you're playing bar band songs where you can play it in whatever key, like Ramblin' Fever, Merle Haggard.
Yeah.
You can play it in G, you can play it in A.
Yeah.
You can play it in whatever.
Whatever.
And it's really not that big of a difference. Because it's not super hard song to sing.
Nope.
But anyway, so in a band, like if the whole band kicks it off in G and say the guitar player starts, he's like, no, it's an A. And then
And they play and they won't get out of it.
and they won't, and and it's just like,
And they keep looking at everybody like, A.
Yeah.
No. Just go play
just
in G,
go with the
dude.
flow, man.
Yeah, just go
with the
bang,
flow.
go boom. Go back, go to find the G and get it. You know, 100%. That's what I'm saying. But oh my God.
Oh, there was this one time. Okay, I got to tell you this before I forget it. I'm playing this show in Overland Park somewhere. It's like one of those. We get to the thing. There's a band already playing. As soon as they get done, we pull up on the stage.
Festival.
It's
a
it's
festival
just,
playing.
They
right?
at this bar they had like 2 or 3 bands a night play the thing. Like one played before the other.
Oh, right.
So, so we get there. The band's playing. They have a fiddle player. Probably a nice guy. I don't know. I still don't really know the guy.
Darren.
But but no, he played fiddle. He had a mandolin with him.
Oh, nice.
Played,
nice.
just kind of utility guy.
Yeah, great.
But I can't remember what the song was that they were. I think it was Copperhead Road. They started playing Copperhead Road, and he had like the mandolin part. Well, his like something happened to his mandolin to where it's cutting out or something. So he had to. So he was going around to everybody on stage. Hey, my mandolin quit working. My mandolin quit working. It's like nobody cares.
Yeah, stop.
Just make it look like this is what's supposed to happen.
Yeah. Well, and that's probably somebody, and I don't know who you're talking about, but it could be somebody who doesn't play a lot.
Yeah.
And they're not used to a issue.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're playing live music, things are going to happen.
Oh yeah.
You're going to have guitar strings break.
Ride with us to the fair circuit.
Yeah.
You'll see some stuff.
You know, I mean, strings break. Your cord quits working. I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong.
No monitors.
You know, no monitors, and you're just like, whatever.
We ain't got no monitors.
Randy. Don't need no shit ass manager either.
Got no speakers set up.
Yeah. So, but things are going to happen.
Yeah.
You just have to go with it. You have to just bite your tongue
grin
and go.
and just grin and go.
Yeah.
Make it
And
work.
then when that song's over, go, hey, you need a new chord or something? Can you figure it out real quick? You know, whatever. Yeah, no, I know. I played with a guy, good guy, man, good guy. Just would play in the wrong key sometimes and didn't know it. Wouldn't.
Wow.
And we'd listen back and didn't know. Didn't realize that he was a half step off. He's 1 fret. The things that he was playing, right on the money.
If he'd have just moved his hand
1 fret down.
about an inch and a half.
Just move everything down. Just 1 fret, please. And it'd be great.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Wow.
And didn't know it. Couldn't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you not?
I don't
Do you not
know.
hear that thing? And it's like everybody's out there.
Like that
We're like,
whoa thing, yeah.
We were like, oh.
It throws your equilibrium off, doesn't it?
does. It's weird.
Oh, I thought of it. Another one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
is whenever people do the fake little they're like, that has mayonnaise on it. That little fake gagging thing.
Yeah, when they're like, oh.
It's like, shut up. You're
on,
not
dude.
really gagging. It's not. That was funny like 12 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny when I was 12. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, anyway.
No, that's okay, so here's my last one. This is it.
Okay.
This is it. Creme de la creme for pet peeves of mine. And this is because I've been married for 26 years or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. Tired of counting. It's and some people, it could happen to people who've been dating for a month or 6 months or who knows. I don't know. If you are intimate with your partner, okay, and the promise of intimacy is delayed by a day.
Oh.
So they're like, I'm just really tired. Let's just do it tomorrow. Right? And if that ever happens, it's not happening tomorrow. It just never does. It's a lie. And I'm tired. I have a headache. I know. Me too. Still doesn't keep me from wanting to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know this, that. And it's like, okay, why? Ashley's going to be so mad. She's like, why would you say that? Why would you say that on your podcast? I'm like, because it's a pet peeve of mine.
Hayden's going to call her.
I know. Mom, would you please just give Dad what he wants? No, but I'm telling you, if somebody knows what I'm talking about, they're gonna go, yeah, 100%, dude. It's promised. It's promised, and it never happens.
Yep.
Because something happens tomorrow, and you're gonna make them mad, and then you're like, but tonight I shaved my face and everything.
Shit.
Oh man. Anyway,
That's dirty.
I'm sure there are several more that I could come up with, pet peeves.
Yeah.
I know I make my wife mad. My wife is a list person. She makes lists of things for me to
Okay.
to do. And she go, did you check my list? I sent you a list. And I'm like, no. What list? What are you talking about? Well, because we have to do this, and we need to do this, and we need to do this, and and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't really see it today. So, what do you do? I'm going fishing. But we have to. Oh yeah, I know.
Yep.
Should have checked the list, huh?
Yep.
Sorry about your list.
Sorry about your list.
Maybe that's why the promised sex never happens.
This is what the show's turning into. Yeah. It's like Dr. Ruth, but
I'm helping my own self. Maybe I should do this stuff on the list.
Call in to Behind the Couch with Tate Stevens.
It's the hide and seek tour. I'll be behind a couch in a city near you.
Oh my God! It's the inside joke that just keeps on giving.
Oh, it's so bad. That's so bad.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Man, yeah, no. I don't know.
For people that overuse the word literally and like,
I literally understand what you're saying. Like, totally, totally.
Literally, like.
Yep.
That's another.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there any what do you think you do that makes people mad? Like, do you do like Amanda, she's just like, dude, I'm going to stab you in the eye if you do that again.
Oh God, we don't have enough time.
I mean, but something that you do all the time that you're just like, oh man, I did it. and you know, and then you kind of like, and you kind of glance, and they're like this.
Oh, well, one thing, I'm forgetful. Very forgetful.
Oh, well, yeah, man. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's bad. I don't mean to, but you know.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, like, we'll talk about something, and we'll get that done. And
week goes by.
yeah.
She's like, hey, did you do that? And you're like,
No, it's not even a, hey, did you do that? It's just like, why didn't you do that? You said you were going to do it. I'm like, I completely forgot.
yeah, you're like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I do so many things. One of the things I do, apparently I drink water out of a water bottle aggressively. And my Hayden even pointed it out. And I'm like, I guess. I'm like, how do you drink? I don't know.
You like squeeze the bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I'm doing it, but Hayden even said something about it. He was like, Dad, I mean, seriously. And I'm like, what?
Oh, I chug.
Well, I do too.
Well, yeah.
And I open one and I'll take a big drink. And I think that's what he talks. I think, I don't know, but I'm like, what? Really? Do you have to do that? And I'm like, I just took a drink, whatever.
Yeah.
But apparently I do that. That's one of their things. And when I yawn, apparently I make some sort of like noise when I yawn, like I don't know. And it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Here's mine, and it gets her every time. I'll yawn, and I'll pull the mic back a little bit. I'll yawn, I'll go, she's like, God, my ears.
yeah, no, I don't do that. He says it's like I'm like growling or something when I yawn, or he goes, it's just a weird noise. And I'm like, oh, and it drives him crazy. And Ashley's like, yeah, it's like almost every time you yawn, you do that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know, but I'm sure there's a thousand more,
Yeah.
but whatever, doesn't matter.
Oh, dude, I caught a mouse at the house yesterday. Yeah.
Nice.
He was, we could hear him like behind the stove or the oven.
Uh-huh.
We could hear him back there. I was
Scratching and whatnot.
Yeah. And he's been back there. We couldn't catch him or anything like that. I even named him. I was like, well, started calling him Elvis. I was like, Elvis is back again. You hear him back there, like, the kind of thing. And so we finally got him in a mousetrap and everything, And I was like, hey, Elvis finally died, and and Amanda's like, oh, how'd you get him? I was like, he's caught in a trap. Jokes, dad jokes, dad jokes, dad jokes.
Oh,
It was a joke.
it was dumb. Terrible.
Oh, it was pretty good. Pretty good.
Terrible.
Oh, hey, this past week went to the Alter Bridge.
Yeah,
Wolfgang Van Halen.
Was it good?
Show. It was good.
Yeah, Wolfgang do great.
Oh yeah,
He's so talented.
he is.
Man, is
He
he still
is.
kind of a big guy?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's a large fella.
he's a big old boy. He's big enough to where you're just like, I don't have anything against people that are overweight. Don't get me wrong. I'm overweight myself. I don't, that kind of thing doesn't bother me.
Right.
But that dude's talent level, you're just like, take care of yourself, man.
Oh, right.
It's like talent like this doesn't need to go away in 5 years. You need to make sure
You're still around to
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he play anything else besides guitar? Was he playing guitar, obviously, and then
He played some keyboards here and there.
did he? I didn't know if he'd go around and just play other instruments because he plays everything.
No, he didn't do anything like that. But Kid Rock did that at his concert. I went and saw, oh God, it had to have been
Kid Rock.
10, 15 years ago.
Kid
He went around and played every instrument and played it well,
Yeah.
mind you.
No, yeah, he's a
And,
talented guy.
Like, after that show, I was just like, I don't like all of his music, but it's like, dude's talented.
Yeah, the Twisted Brown Trucker Band.
Yeah.
This band.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a killer band. His band's really good.
Yes.
Really good players and stuff. I was wondering if he did. I knew I saw some pictures of you guys going there and doing that, but I didn't know if he'd played some other stuff.
Yeah, he had it's like a keyboard set up over here with the microphone, and he just kind of like 3 or 4 songs. He just kind of went over there, like nobody in the middle of the stage, him just over here to the side, just playing. It was just the setup was just really odd, but it, I mean, dude killed it.
Yeah,
sounded great.
Yeah,
vocally, everything.
How many guys did he have with him?
Oh, a whole bunch.
Yeah,
like I think it's about maybe five guys behind him. Maybe. I think so. A couple guitar players, bass, drums, and I think that's about it.
Yeah,
4 or 5 guys behind him. But yeah, it was really good. Alter Bridge is great.
Yeah,
friggin' Miles Kennedy was just killing it, man. That guy's so good.
Yeah, they.
You know, that was him at the end of the Rockstar movie with Mark Wahlberg. Stand up and shit. You remember at the very end of the movie, whenever he pulls the kid up on stage?
Oh, that's him. That's
the kid's Miles Kennedy. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was. Yep. You know, and that's. I think wasn't that movie based on Judas Priest?
Was it?
I think so. Because didn't Rob Halford, didn't he have to go, like he left Judas Priest for a while and then came back, and I think I want to say
I'll have to look that up.
Look it up, but I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it was kind of based on that story. If maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I'm almost positive that went. That's how. I mean, obviously, what was it, Steel Dragon or something in the movie or whatever? But I think it was. I want to say it was based on that.
Yeah. Well, let's see what else is. Since we got a few minutes here, what else happened in the news? I was scrolling through the news here.
Chiefs picked up some good people.
Did they?
Yeah, offensive tackle from Jacksonville and D-end.
Jacksonville, Arkansas?
Yeah, Jacksonville, Missouri. They picked up a D-end. I think he was the 49er last year.
Huh.
And got rid of Juju Smith-Schuster. He's now a Patriot. And Frank Clark's gone. Orlando Brown, he's a Bengal now.
Oh, I did see that.
Which kind of sucks. I mean,
wait, I thought he went to Cleveland.
No, I thought it said maybe, but I thought they said he was a Bengal. Maybe not. I don't know. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he said he was a Bengal. A Bengal. I know his dad played for the Browns.
That may be what I'm thinking.
His dad played for the Browns for Bill Belichick.
Bengals, yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll get some new. I'm excited. I know. Listen, you got to know that the Chiefs won't have a terrible offensive line.
Yeah,
because we have Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
they got to keep him protected as much as they can. So we'll spend the money on those guys up front to protect him. I wish we could get like a D-Hop guy, DeAndre Hopkins. I wish we could get a guy like him, or another really good deep threat receiver guy. But anyway, we'll see. Obviously, it's early and the draft's coming, and a lot of speculations on who we're drafting and how things are going to move for the Chiefs, in the draft and all that. And who they're trying to target and who they're, who they want, who they need, the positions that they do need. Hopefully, they can fill those with some young guys or get some trades and move some people around. So we'll see. That'll be fun. Drafts here in Kansas City next month. Yeah, it's going to be crazy downtown. Downtown's going to be
couldn't pay me to go down there.
Nightmare. So
God, I used to work down there at H&R Block at the world headquarters down there. And every year they'd have like the big NCAA tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it was miserable.
Yeah, just going to work.
Ugh, hated it.
Yep.
Hated it. Hated it. Just trying to get in and out of that place with that many people is just such an irritating experience.
Yeah. Yep. I can imagine. I'm not a big downtown guy anyway.
I actually really liked it down there.
Yeah.
Actually,
I worked downtown in the Commerce Building when I was a carpenter. We worked on the 31st floor of the Commerce Building downtown.
okay, yeah,
And hated driving there every day. God,
Yeah.
I hated it.
yeah. I mean, it's a long drive. Once you get down, I really liked being down there and everything. But
Really,
Yeah.
I'm not a city guy like that. You know, I can't. I think it's just the people and the madness of the people.
yeah,
You know, New York scares me. Like, I hate being in a car in New York because I mean it's just people cutting you off, walking and riding bicycles, and
yeah.
you know it's just it's like a madhouse, and it's I
Yeah.
can't look, I can't watch, I just kind of look down.
I've never been to New York.
And yeah, Manhattan, and there's some beautiful parts in New York. I mean, there's beautiful parts and there's cool parts, and once you get down and you get out, and you're walking around and you kind of see some cool stuff, you know.
Yeah,
And
I say yeah, like I can
Yeah,
imagine.
but no, and
Yeah.
it, you know, but just getting around is terrible. And it doesn't matter if it's 2:00 in the morning or 2:00 in the afternoon. It's the same.
Yeah,
It's just busy, busy, busy. It's like LA. LA is just it's a nightmare to me. It's just I don't like people enough. I don't
Yeah,
think.
no,
You know what I
not a-
mean? I
not a
really
big fan myself.
It's like I watched a guy. No, this is no kidding. in LA, we were down. It's right off Sunset, and I can't remember the
Melrose Place.
No, I can't remember the name of the road we were on. And it's the Walk of Fame. You know, you got all the stars and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and people go up and down Broadway. Maybe I don't know.
Broadway.
It doesn't even matter. I don't care. It doesn't matter. And they're up and down that road, and it's like, and we were looking at some. I was like, oh, cool. There's so and so. There's so it's kind of cool, whatever. And then I'm literally standing there at a stoplight, getting ready to cross the road,
Yeah,
and a guy is in trash bags, like. Not a sweatsuit, not a vinyl sweatsuit. He is in actual hefty trash bags.
yeah, yeah. I can see it.
2 trash bags, one on his bottom half of his body as shorts, and one
Hey.
and one on the top as a shirt.
Yeah,
And he's got a watch on and tennis shoes, and he's got a little briefcase thing with him, and he's just standing there amongst the people.
yep.
And then he takes off walking in his trash bags. And right then I knew I'm not.
Maybe he was an executive at Hefty.
Maybe that's their dress code.
Could
I
be.
don't know. I
Never
don't know. But it was like a normal day, like he was going to work. And it wasn't like he had some ratted, torn up piece of shoe on.
Yeah.
He had like Nike Air Max shoes on, like $200 pair of tennis shoes. And you know what I mean? It was like, it didn't make, and it had like an Apple Watch on. You know what I mean? It made zero, and his arms, he had the armholes cut out. So it's just bare
Well,
arms.
how
were
else are you
sticking
going to
out.
carry your briefcase?
I know. And then he's had a little hole for his head to go through, and the rest. And then he had 2 holes in the bottom where his legs went through.
Yeah.
And he tied them real tight, I'm guessing, and then he pulled the other one down and tied it real tight so they wouldn't fall down. And that's what he had on.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. That you don't see that here.
Yeah.
And so and I'm just looking at this guy, and I'm kind of looking, and no one is paying any attention.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, whatever, talking and I'm like,
I'm
no one
sure
else?
in that neck of the woods, something
No one
like
else?
that's pretty mild.
Yeah, but I'm like, no one else is seeing this guy. No one. Is it just me? Am
Yeah.
I the weird one? Maybe they're all staring at me, going, "Wow, look at this guy in normal clothes."
How you doing there, Tex?
How you doing there, fella? You know what I mean? But I wasn't in boots and jeans or anything. I was just in normal clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm walking around with these people, and oh my God.
Yeah.
No, anyway, it was weird. So,
yeah. You
whatever.
You're into the Marvel movies, right?
A little bit, yeah.
The older Marvel movies.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Do you know old Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine?
Wolverine, I heard that.
Dude, he's like posting Instagram pictures
of him working out
and stuff.
I know, dude. I know.
Dude's jacked. He's a jacked man.
How old is he? How old's he?
He's
got to be. He got to be close to 50.
Says he's only. Well, I guess we can see.
He's got to be close. He's in his mid-40s anyway. I think.
54 years old.
54, yeah, so he's older than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Jerk.
Looks great.
What a jerk.
Michael Keaton. I'm Batman.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I cannot wait for that movie to come out.
He's my favorite Batman.
Yeah.
He was my favorite. I just and I think because he kind of used his own voice and he didn't change his voice that much, just lowered it a little bit, kind of gave him a little bit.
Come on, let's get nuts.
Yeah. I you know, but was it Christian Bale when he Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Batman. Yeah, Batman. We got a cold. Batman has laryngitis, apparently. Yeah, I just hate it. It drives me crazy, you know? Oh, man. Anyway, well, I don't know. Anything else you want to discuss or anything?
No,
Bring
not
to
that
the
I
table?
can think of.
Bring to the table.
It's all the pet peeves I can think of for the night.
Yeah, we're going to Houston this weekend. Houston, Texas.
Houston.
Oh, yeah, man. Going to the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show.
Oh.
On Sunday, and Luke Bryan is there in concert.
Oh boy!
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that.
You know, I'm not one to throw stones or anything, but dude's filling out a little bit.
Who? Luke?
Yeah,
Is he?
You see, he's a little chubby McSofty there.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares? No one cares. I mean, I don't. Do you think people care anymore?
No.
I mean,
no.
And I'm not picking on anybody, Luke Combs. I'm not picking on him. Ernest, Hardy. I'm not picking on those guys because I'm a big guy too.
Yeah.
There's so many overweight guys.
Yeah.
And it's like no one cares anymore.
No.
You don't have to be a scrawny little dude and
Because if you say anything, you get canceled.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Jelly Roll. 500 pounder. You know what I mean?
Country's cornbread.
Yeah, no. Anyway, but
this next song,
I'm
about to sing.
I'd like to sing for you another song. Anyway, I don't think anyone cares if he put on some weight. No one's going to care.
No.
The only one that's going backwards is Tim McGraw. He gets smaller and smaller every time I see him. He's a little big guy now.
Yeah.
He can't weigh 150 pounds.
And his...
He can't. He can't weigh 150 pounds. If he weighs 150 pounds, I mean...
Here's the deal. Not even that. Here's my thing. Whenever guys, girls even, whenever they hit the tanning bed a little too much.
Oh, you get a little leathery.
Yes. And that's where he's like, every time I see him, I'm just like, God, you look like you're almost starting to look like a burn victim. No, seriously. Have you ever, I mean, it's mean, I guess, but no, it's like it's like it almost looks like all his facial hair is like burnt off or something.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I know he's in great shape. He works out. He works out for like 5 hours a day. I mean he's in great shape.
Yeah.
You know, but it's to me like I kind of like the bigger Tim McGraw. You know what I mean? He kind of looked to me, it looked kind of a little better. Like he looked like he was had a little something to him.
Yeah.
Now he's just real thin. Every picture you see, it's like he's just bones, his cheeks, and I mean, you can see, you know what I mean?
Like Tom Hanks in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Ooh. Or Matthew McConaughey in the Dallas Club.
Yeah.
Ooh, or Dallas Buyers Club or whatever the hell that movie was.
Yeah.
Yeesh. That was bad.
Did you see the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix? Mm-hmm. Dude, he lost a bunch of weight for that movie.
Yeah. What was it Christian Bale? Didn't he play
Oh, yeah.
He lost like 40 pounds or something crazy. He didn't even have 40 pounds to lose.
You're right.
He weighed like 100 pounds.
Yep.
Jeez.
One good movie I can't...
Jim Caviezel, when he played Jesus.
Yeah.
Lost a ton of weight.
Sure.
Almost died playing Jesus. Got sick because it was freezing when they were filming the outside stuff when he was hanging on the cross.
Yeah.
And he's out there in a damn loincloth, and that was it. And it's like 30 degrees outside, and he got deathly ill.
Yeah.
Oh, and then when he was telling me, him and Mel Gibson were telling me that when they were whipping him with the cackles or whatever they call those, I don't know what they're called, those shell things that are all.
Yeah.
They had a post. And those guys were whipping the post, right, to make it look like they were really hitting him. Well, a couple of them got him.
Oh, I'm sure.
And, ripped the skin open. And so they just patterned all those scars off those two little marks on his back, and that's how they went with it.
Yep.
And
the magic of the movies.
Magic of the movies. But he lost a ton of weight for that movie. And there's been some other guys who've lost just extreme amounts of weight. For movies.
You've seen pictures of is it? I think it's Chris Hemsworth, Thor. The guy that played Thor. And all of he's going to be playing Hulk Hogan. And
really?
And I guess
so
they're
he's
doing
all
like
buffing up.
Yeah.
So he's in.
Dude,
I just watched a movie. Huge. I watched a movie. I'm a Men in Black guy. I love those movies, the Men in Black movies. And I hadn't seen Men in Black International. The MIB International, and it was on the other night, and I watched it.
Oh, with him and what's her name? Yeah.
And I was like, I never know which one played Thor. You know, I'm like, whichever one, him or his brother played Thor.
Yeah.
And then, but in the movie, he picks up a sledgehammer and he throws it at the guy, and the guy in the alien catches it, and he's like, oh. Like, it wasn't supposed to go that way. You know, that kind of a little inside thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah. But that wasn't a bad one. It wasn't too bad. But I remember seeing something with him working out, and they were trying to get it. But
he's gonna be playing the Hulkster, brother.
Man, you got to be giant to play the Hulk. And there's no way he can be that big. He can't.
Dude, he's
big, but there's no dude. Hulk Hogan was a giant. He was a giant, man. I mean, yeah. You think about how big he's 6'5".
Yeah,
and he's 300 pounds. Yeah. There's no way Hemsworth is going to be that big. No shot. He'd have to be on steroids for about 5 years.
They're movies, man. It's movies.
I know, but I mean, if you're going to do it, get a guy. You know, what I mean?
You honestly think like The Rock? You honestly think he's not getting a little pharmaceutical assistance?
Absolutely, 100%. That guy's 50 years old, and he's like de-aging.
Yeah.
You know, you can't look like that and not take steroids. Yeah. I don't care what kind of diet you have, what kind of workout regimen you have. You don't look like that at 50 some years old unless you're absolutely pumping like intravenously. He just sits down and
funnels it.
He's on dialysis of steroids. He's got to be. Yeah. He's got to be. He never denies it.
Yeah.
But he never says he is.
Yeah.
But he never doesn't. He diverts those questions.
I need to go through a few cycles.
That'd be crazy. You know what I mean? Just to do. I don't even know what I would do if I tried to do steroids. It'd probably work opposite on me. I'd weigh like 400. I'd be like this big. I'd look like what's his name on Dodgeball at the end of Dodgeball.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
That'd be me. I'd be Fat Albert on steroids. But,
God. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, man. Well, I think that's all the time we have. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, well, just keep them to yourself. I don't care. No, leave leave us a 5-star review. And let us know if you have anything you want to hear, talk about, or songs you want us to talk about, or anything like that. Or yeah. So
Or movies.
Movies are great. Always great. Movies and songs. And excited. Springtime's coming. A few days. The first day of spring will be here. And excited about that. Want that weather to change a little bit. Get a little. I mean, we went from 70 to it's going to be 30.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I have an outdoor gig tomorrow.
Good job. Where at?
Pleasant Hill.
Where?
Downtown somewhere.
In Pleasant Hill?
Big, yeah. I can't remember what they called it.
Is it the gazebo thingy?
I don't think so.
Full band or just you?
Full band.
Full band? It's outside?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be like a huge tent with the little sides on it, and they're going to have some space heaters and fire pits.
Is it downtown by the train thing?
Yeah, like I think so. I think it's down by like the Big Creek.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Okay, cool. What time do you start?
6:30 to 9:30.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
See if we can't run down there and
should be fun.
Yeah.
Gonna be chilly.
It'll be freezing. It's terrible. So I'd be like, hey, is there not a place that we can go inside?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll go play in the little train boxcar or something. Jesus, anything.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's cool. Well, guys, like I said, thank you for listening. And as always, take care of yourselves. Be good to people. Be better. Out.
Put your shopping carts in a bin.
Put your damn shopping carts up. Yeah. Jesus. Stop being lazy.
Stop trying to finish people's sentences.
Yeah, no more finishing people's sentences. I know.
I know, right?
I know, right? I mean, I'm telling you.
Right.
Oh, we out.
Ain't this a sweet life?
Hey, guys, thanks for listening. Want to ask a question for a future episode? Well, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter with hashtag SweetLifePodcast. And be sure to give us a 5-star rating and hit that subscribe button. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to stay up to date on the latest news and information for the Sweet Life Podcast. And we'll see you next time.